original games, from classical adventure games like Edna and Harvey.
What's going on, guys? Brian here.
Series,
Level Down Games. Another reaction video. We're doing the Future Game Show Spring Showcase. Yeah, barely made it for the pre-show. It started about 2 minutes ago. So
and awards
we're here though. We're here.
Over the years.
Let's go small cam.
And most of all, the fantastic support of our fans worldwide. 2 years ago, we first announced that we will enter the world of Middle-earth with our new action-adventure, The Lord of the Rings Gollum. Our goal is to take this fascinating character and tell a story.
So I think it might be all data-lit games during the pre-show.
This familiar tale while being faithful
sure, though.
to the wonderful work.
If you're on YouTube and chatting,
Tolkien.
Hello. If you're on
the
Twitch,
game
hello.
will be released in
Good
2022.
Good to see you wherever you are.
We're very excited to give you a first sneak peek at the end of this showcase today. Our goal, working as a development studio,
What's going on,
has
Seth?
also
What's going on,
influenced
Lucio?
our direction as a publisher. We understand developers and what matters most to them. That is why the teams we work with always have full creative control over their games, as we try to do our best to help them realize their vision. We are always looking for fresh and innovative new experiences, games that engage players in deep storylines like The Suicide of Rachel Foster.
What's going on, Tyler? Good to see you, my man.
Strategic abilities,
the chat box not
like in Shadow
showing
Tactics,
on
Blades
stream.
of the Shogun, or Iratus, Lord of the Dead. Or connect players all over the world in fast-paced multiplayer action like Barotrauma, Witched, or Unrailed, a game that you can play anywhere with anyone all over the world.
Man, I've had a day.
PCs
I don't want to
and
chat right
consoles
now while
via
I mean, it's
crossplay.
just the pre-show, but holy fuck, it's been a
We're
day.
excited to share with you what comes next in our journey. Today we will provide you a closer look at some of the
Not necessarily
games
a good day
coming
either.
in
It's just been a day.
2021 and beyond, new reveals and surprises along the way. One of the most beloved games, Shadow Tactics, from Mimimi Games, is celebrating its 5-year anniversary.
Oh,
this
there we got
December.
it working.
Shadow Tactics took players to Japan during the Edo period.
Did you hear about the PS4
with
internal
a group of 5
clock
skilled
bomb?
specialists
It's pretty crazy.
who
I
fight
hope
on
Sony
behalf
fixes it when it
of
runs
the
out. You can't play
Shogun
games
in a
on PS4
game
anymore.
that reinvigorated the
I did not see
hardcore
that.
tactical stealth genre.
That's weird.
We're happy to announce our plans
Really weird.
to return to Japan later this year.
Look, I got the new Nintendo Force magazine in today. It's No More Heroes 3 on the cover. Excited to dive through this later.
How do you do it, huh? How can you act like nothing happened?
I was forced to master my emotions at a very young age. Now, shall we begin?
Let's
I
finish
do,
this.
Lucio.
Ready
I
when
do
you are.
remember you. What's going on, my friend? It's pretty sick. Bowser's Fury. It's inside. Monster Hunter Rise on the other. Not bad. Not bad.
Aiko's Choice is a standalone expansion for Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, coming late in 2021. And
I'm
you
doing
can
good, man.
wishlist
How are
it now
you?
on Steam.
How are you?
From the beauty of Japan, we now head to the bottom of the ocean, where horror lurks in the shadows, and every step you take may be your last.
I'm not, but thank you. I appreciate the sentiments. I appreciate it. Do you think Summer Game Fest will return this year? I do. Absolutely. It will definitely be back. I think they've already said. I think Jeff Keighley already said it would be back for sure. Good to see you're doing good, Lucio. Control 4 teammates, alone or in co-op. Okay. What is going on, Shanzi? Lemmings 2.0? Potentially. Hopefully this show is great and can cheer you up. I hope so, Tyler! That's what we're here for. We're here for the excitement. We're here for the, I don't even know what to expect. I didn't look into anything that much. I have no idea. It does seem interesting, though. And of course, there's zombies. Why wouldn't there be zombies? Oh, they're not zombies. Hidden Deep. I like the name.
If you're feeling brave enough, Hidden Deep is coming to early access in May. Wishlisted on Steam today to stay up to date on the latest developments. I'll let you in on a little secret. When I grow up, I want to be
Does
an
it say
android
dong?
bounty hunter.
It says
You
dong.
know, fast cars,
That's amazing.
weapons, and endless villains to use them on. Luckily for me, this next game makes all those dreams come true.
That's amazing.
Are gang disputes keeping you up at night?
Do you want to learn?
I like the aesthetic and the
my
vibe so
name's
far.
Maciej. I'm the lead developer.
I hope this
of
game is called
Dark
Dong.
Lord, and today I will show you one of the missions from our game Glitchbank.
I'm not sure how big of an
You'll
issue
get
the
a
PS4
sneak
battery
peek
is.
into the second
Fan
episode,
reports.
where 3 factions fight for domination. Brainwashed Ordo fanatics, an anarchistic biker gang called Reapers, and working-class android rebels known as the Plague.
I love this already. Just because it's like a throwback to the old school Grand Theft Auto.
The police already knows that something's
originals.
very wrong on the streets of Baltimore.
Sort of.
Roadblocks and bounty hunters might soon show up. But if everything goes well,
I'll have to look into
we'll
that.
see this contract finished,
The
earning some
battery
extra
issue.
cash and perhaps a new tech. In Glitchbank, your character progresses through new modules that give you new hacks,
does
new
seem like a cool
abilities,
game.
and passive stat increases. It allows you to mess with pedestrians, gang members, and police officers in all sorts of ways. Instead of fighting solo against a group of enemies, it might be a good idea to start up a fight between gangs and police. Hacking system and branching storyline are the major features of the game. Right after this mission, there is a chance to push the story into one of 2 possible directions. All of that adds to the replayability of the game.
I have not played Cloudpunk.
I hope you enjoyed this short presentation and
I'm
keep an
familiar
eye on
with
our
it, though.
Steam page and Discord channel for more updates in the future.
To prepare yourself for cyberpunk carnage and sandbox action across multiple cities, you can wishlist Glitchpunk on Steam right now. Dedelic Entertainment is well known for their point and
So it is
click
just
adventure
Dedelic. That's
pedigree.
awesome.
And
This
our
whole
next
pre-show
game
is brought
continues
to,
that tradition.
or
So
presented
open your
by them. That's really
inventory
cool.
and prepare yourself for a brand new announcement.
World premiere.
I believe gamesradar confirmed that there was going to be a summer, a fall, and a winter showcase this year for the Future Game Show too. I think they're going to start doing this quarterly. Or at least every 6 months, but I think it might be quarterly. Not every game is ending with punk. It's the popular thing to do right now, man. Post-apocalyptic. Why wouldn't it be? Yeah, Modder found it, but SNES cartridges have batteries in them too. I've also heard your PS4 would need to be inactive for 3+ years before it could potentially run out. I guess if your PS4 is inactive for 3+ years, are you really even using it at that point to care? I mean, it still sucks, and it shouldn't be an issue, and it should be fixed. But this looks tight. This looks really cool. I think Kyle would like this game. Frank would probably like it too, actually. There's a lot of point-and-click elements here. Life of Delta. Oh, it is point-and-click, just period. That's awesome. That looks really cool. I definitely want to check that out. I heard we will get maybe a release date for LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Probably.
That
We
beautiful
should.
sci-fi adventure is coming to
I hope
PC
so.
and consoles early next year.
It's about time for that
Okay.
to
You're going to need a co-partner
get confirmed
you can
soon,
rely
I would
on
think.
in our next game.
I think it was
As
supposed to
two
come out last year and then
racers
got
are
delayed or
connected by
silently moved to this
elastic.
year or something like that.
That's right, elastic. What could possibly go wrong? Let's find out in this brand new announcement.
World premiere.
Good for Daedalic, man. They got a lot of world premieres here. Good for them. This is awesome. Fling to the finish.
So close, so close.
Oh, Ash! Okay, you gotta pick a side.
Oh, this was on Kickstarter.
Ash!
I totally remember this. Frank may have backed this. Holy shit. This was like Kickstart My Heart game from the Live On Games podcast years ago.
Oh, this is like Sarlacc. All right.
I remember this.
Oh, we got balloons. Yeah.
I love every LEGO game, but sadly my laptop can't run all of them.
All right, grab onto it, push it.
Time for a new laptop.
All right, let's go.
Good lord, get off of us! Get off of us!
You get off of us.
I thought even for PS4 as inactive, it would still be an issue. Good to hear you games. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That would, I think that would definitely alleviate it.
Serious biz now.
I've had my PS4 for well over 3 years, so I definitely could say it's not just, it's not just 3 years thing. I've had my launch PS4 since 2013 and Pro since those launched in like 2017. Or whatever, whenever they launched. 2018 maybe?
That was only a tiny peek.
I think it was
To watch the
2017.
full video, you can check out the Stumped YouTube channel after our show. Fling to the Finish releases in the second half of 2021, and you and your friends can wishlist it on Steam today.
Good for them, picking up Daedalic as a
Next
publisher.
up, I want you
I still
to
want to play
imagine
that game.
a strategy game designed by medieval monks.
Oh yeah.
Medieval monks. And
Oh
that's
look,
where
Lord of the Rings
expecting
Gollum is
those
last.
in
Fuck
today.
yeah, I want to see more
This
on that
game is
too.
one of a kind.
Although we only have
Take a
3
look.
minutes left, so this better be quick. If we're gonna see anything tangible on Lord of the Rings Gollum. Probably not though.
To how we misunderstood the Middle Ages.
Oh, this is actually made by like
Les escargots combattent les chevaliers.
actual people. That's awesome.
Why do
I still gotta launch
rabbits
PS4
have
downstairs.
swords and fight against
Yeah,
dogs?
our launch PS4 is literally in the living room.
Is these illuminations are not
No, I think it's upstairs now. We moved it upstairs.
Ce sont
Because
les
the Pro's in the
vestiges
living room
de
now.
l'ancien rituel. Le
The
rituel
PS2 is still a great system today. A lot of gems on it. Fuck yeah.
qui
A lot of great
existait
JRPGs on the PS2.
à l'époque.
PS1 as well. This looks sweet. Speaking of JRPGs. It's not really, but kind of. Turn-based. Oh yeah, I love the storybook art style. Inculinati. I love it. Inculinati. I don't know if it's only my PS4,
Let the
but my
battle
CD disc
commence.
gets stuck every time.
Inculinati
Damn.
hits PC later in 2021,
That does not happen
so
to
make
me
sure
often.
to get it wishlisted on
Though
Steam.
again, I haven't used my PS4 in a while.
We
but
revealed
since I
the
got the
first
PS5.
details of Lord of the Rings
All right.
Gollum at the
Lord of the Rings
Future Games
Gollum
Show
time. Let's
last
see.
August. And today,
Let's see.
we're excited to take our very first
Maybe a
look at
trailer?
gameplay.
Gameplay.
from Lord of the Rings
Nice.
Gollum.
I think this is next year?
world
I
premiere.
want this to do good.
Mustn't see us. No, don't look at us. The precious is gone.
It looks kind of cool, gameplay-wise. Yeah, I think it's next year. I don't know if, like, seeing him running around was what I expected, but that looks kind of cool. Ooh, whispers. I love it. That wasn't a deep
And
look,
that
but we'll
wraps
see.
up our pre-show.
We'll see.
From ninjas and
Still
fuse
got plenty of
Japan to
time.
the darkest corners of Middle Earth. I hope you've enjoyed these sneak peeks and reveals. A huge thanks to Daedalic and all the developers who showed off their awesome titles. For updates on all of today's games, you can follow Daedalic Entertainment on Steam. I've been your host, Stephanie Panicello, and it is time for me to hand over to some other Resident Evil friends for the Future Game Show.
All right,
Take
here
it
we
away.
go. Main show time. Starting now. The following program is intended for mature audiences. Get out, Sev. They're telling you you're not welcome anymore. Ooh, Sifu. Sifu's gonna show up, huh? Knowing the past element of the video game is pretty dope. I think so, too. I think that'd be really cool. Why is my phone ringing? Jessica, the phone's ringing. It's for you.
Hello and welcome to the Future Game Show. I'm Nicole Tompkins, though you may know me as Jill Valentine in Resident Evil 3.
It did officially
And
get
today,
delayed to next year.
We have an absolute monster
Prophet Muhammad
of a
married
show
a
for you.
9-year-old.
And if I've learned anything
Damn,
about monsters,
that sucks.
It's that they're best tackle.
Gamesradar are shills. That sucks though,
so
bro.
Please join
I'm
me
sorry.
in welcoming my co-host, Jeff Shine.
Hey, Nicole. And hey, everybody at home watching. My name is Jeff Shine, but you might recognize
Jessica,
me
are
as
you
Carlos
watching?
Oliveira from Resident Evil 3.
I hope so, because the phone
Nick,
rang.
I feel pretty good about this. I feel like it's nice to get the team back together.
We do make a good team. Though, I mean, hopefully today's a little bit more even-handed, because I tend to do most of the heavy lifting, fighting Nemesis like 16 times, getting the subway back on.
I hate to butt into the main show, but I think I had it pretty tough in Resident Evil 2.
I'm working on this, dude, don't worry. I had to actually, like, go to,
The important thing is that nothing bad can get us at the Future Game Show. So, over the course of the next hour or so, we'll be showing you guys gameplay and trailers from upcoming games for PC and console for 2021 and beyond, with some exclusive trailers and developer interviews.
World premieres, exclusive
Off of my
trailers,
screen.
and a few surprises in store.
Let's kick off with our first world premiere, and I want you guys to wrap up. Get warm.
All right, hang on. I gotta mute my mic because Jessica's not responding to me. Hang on.
World premiere.
So, any word on Kai? Or his supposed crash?
Don't, please. Nobody's ruled it a crash anyway. They said it just vanished.
I don't know, sis. Once is bad luck. Twice, well...
It's that damned robot. Always watching him. It's enough to drive anyone nuts.
Yeah, well, short drive at least. Anyway, the whole thing smells off to me. Like a setup.
Oh, God. You don't think...
Okay, I'm back.
He couldn't have done this on purpose.
Who knows? I never did understand that kid. Not really.
Well, at least he's not alone this time. Little Charlie and Amelia, though.
The Long Dark does look
already.
cool. I've been kind of waiting. Is that... I wasn't paying attention because they just called about our dog.
That's what Kai said the last time we talked, but...
Let's face it, the little brother's pretty messed up.
I gotta see what happened after she gets off the phone.
Who knows where it really is right now?
Oh, it's Arctic Awakening. Okay. Was that a new thing? An episodic adventure. Nice. Coming next year. Nice. Very Telltale. Or Life is Strange-esque.
Hi, I'm James Simpson, director at Goldfire Studios, and we're working on a game called Arctic Awakening. Arctic Awakening is an episodic narrative adventure game about the survivors of a plane crash in the unforgiving Arctic winter. Their story is one of survival, friendship, self-discovery, and the mysteries they encounter along the way. The year is 2062, and you play as Kai, an ex-Navy pilot who has retreated into isolation after recent traumatic events
So what is that,
upended his life.
42 years, 41
He now
years
finds
in the
himself
future?
in unknown territory with a missing co-pilot and only an AI drone to keep him company. Today, we're really excited to share this exclusive gameplay from shortly after the crash. Kai is desperate to find Donovan, but the AI drone isn't about to let him just wander off into a blizzard without first starting a fire. Part of Alfie's job is never letting Kai out of his sight, and this tends to get under Kai's skin. Much of Arctic Awakening revolves around exploring the beautiful open world and uncovering the mysteries that lie within. However,
I hate to do this. I gotta go check on Gizmo. I'll be right back.
make, through your actions and fully voiced conversations, directly impact how Kai's relationships with the other characters evolve. Arctic Awakening is coming to PC, Mac, and consoles in 2022. Thanks for watching. Be sure to wishlist on Steam and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks again to James for that exclusive first look at Arctic Awakening. Okay, Jeff, imagine being stuck in the same place in an endlessly looping cycle.
Oh, Nicole, that is my entire 2020.
Well, then you're gonna love our next game, as it's all about breaking free. Let's take a look at Returnal.
Hello, my name is Mikael Haveri, and I am the BizDev and Marketing Director at Housemarque. Currently we're working on Returnal. Returnal, in a nutshell, is a fast-paced sci-fi shooter with roguelike elements, and as a new addition to Housemarque, we're adding a layer of narrative storytelling.
That can't be here.
In Returnal, you take on the role of Celine. Celine is a deep space astro scout that crash lands on a planet called Atropos. On this planet, she quickly realizes that she's stuck in a never-ending nightmarish loop, that always upon her death, she wakes up in the same place, but the world has changed and all the challenges that she has to face are different. At the focus of the game, we have a very tight gameplay loop where you dash, jump around, shoot at enemies with lots of tentacles coming at you. There are also a lot of bullet hell elements, so fast-paced maneuvering, dodging, and running and gunning is the main focus of the game. But there are also lots of the storytelling layers that Celine finds out about in a non-linear fashion. So as you make your way through
guys, one of our
Atropos,
dogs is actually
you find
in the
out
emergency room right
who
now,
your
so
main character is,
the doctor just
what
called,
is the sort of deepest secret that she's trying to answer,
I'm
and
listening
also
to when,
how
Jessica
this
gets back on the
planet ties into the whole bigger picture and who are actually the inhabitants of this mysterious planet. Overall, we at Housemarque are looking forward to bringing you a very exciting and frenetic shooter experience, and Returnal will be hitting PlayStation 5 on April the 30th this year. So looking forward to having the game out there. Hope you enjoy.
Everything has changed.
Was, I think, going to get back into it for 1.2. I think he was actually talking about potentially getting into it for that. I mean, I want them to make that game good. I really do. I really want them to make that game good. Both Cyberpunk and Returnal. I hope Returnal's good too.
PlayStation.
Thanks to Housemarque for taking us through the game. Returnal is coming exclusively to PlayStation 5
I thought I had time to do this
on
reaction.
April 30th.
Like I said, it's been a really,
Our next
really
game
rough
is a
day.
love letter to JRPGs, set in a world where the past and the future collide on screen.
Tales, maybe.
But here in present day, we've got a world premiere of the newest trailer.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have time to do this before he was done at the emergency room because he was getting
having
stitches.
these strange dreams.
But now there was an issue.
I think it's
so
the memory of
I'm
my
waiting to see what
mother
they say.
from long ago. We need to hurry up. We
This
have
game
the
looks really
filter.
tight though. I'm excited
I
for
do
this.
feel a connection. There's something there.
It was supposed to come out last year, but it didn't.
I am Wilhelm the Wise. You, it seems, are a time mage. As am I. And while my powers have led to my youthful appearance, yours are the gift to see possibility.
Who are you supposed to be?
Hello, my name is...
Tell me if we survive. You know how to fight?
Thanks, Lucio.
Hold your
Appreciate
ground. They won't get past us.
So many questions. Matthias the Frog, at your service. I have been keeping an eye on you for some time now. I suspected you had been chosen, my dear. It appears I was correct.
This will serve as a good opportunity for me to demonstrate my capabilities. I am certain I was created with a purpose. I wish to discover what it was. We'll have time for your banter later. Let's move forward.
Hold on. You have a talking
looks really
frog, and you didn't mention it?
Like,
A
I'm really
talking
excited.
frog is like in my top 5 animals I want to meet.
Be right back.
Cris Tales is coming to consoles and PC in July this year.
Now, back in 2015, Axiom Verge blew us away with its retro Metroidvania action. Axiom Verge 2 is bigger and better, and the work of just one developer, so prepare to feel very lazy in comparison.
Hello, I'm Tom Happ, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my upcoming game, Axiom Verge 2. But first, a quick trip down memory lane. For anyone not familiar with the first Axiom Verge, here's a very brief synopsis. The story was a sci-fi adventure in which you play as Trace, a scientist who winds up in the world of Sudra. His mind is preserved by machines, and every time he dies, his memories are transferred into a new, cloned body. It's a love letter to some of my favorite games growing up, including Metroid, Blaster Master, Contra, and many more. When I crafted the story, I made sure to think deeply about the entire universe of Axiom Verge. How did it come to be? How is it related to our world? I ultimately decided to break the full story of the Axiom Verge universe into multiple parts, with multiple perspectives, each intended to be its own game. And now, the next chapter is ready to be revealed. I don't want to spoil things too much, but most of Axiom Verge 2 is set before the events of Axiom Verge 1. But they are each standalone, complementary experiences, so you can play them in either order. In Axiom Verge 2, you play as Indra, the mysterious billionaire behind the worldwide Globe 3 conglomerate. Hiding in Antarctica is what appears to be an ancient, alternate Earth, complete with mountains, lakes, deserts, and the ruins of a civilization. But you get the feeling that something else is lurking just past the fringes of reality, waiting to pull you in. Although Axiom Verge 1 and 2 flesh out different parts of the same overall universe, their mechanics are quite different. The games share the same DNA, and fans of the first game will definitely feel right at home in this one. But make no mistake, this isn't just an iteration of the gameplay you saw in the first game. It is a complementary piece of the overall puzzle that is Axiom Verge. Now, it would be customary in a developer commentary to go into lots of detail about all the new and different mechanics and introduce new enemy types, bosses, and weapons, but I'm really hoping to avoid spoilers here. Even mentioning that there are spoilers is itself a spoiler. But one thing that has not changed is that there are tons of hidden areas for you to explore and mysteries to find. So if you really like the feeling of figuring out deeply hidden secrets, I think you'll love Axiom Verge 2. Be sure to keep an eye out for Axiom Verge 2 when it launches on the Epic Games Store and Nintendo Switch this spring.
Thanks again to Tom for that guided tour. Axiom Verge 2 is due out on PC and Switch later in 2021.
This next game is what I'm all about. 60 ninjas enter. Only one ninja leaves.
Are you going to be that one ninja?
If I study this exclusive gameplay, anything's possible. Behold, Naraka, Bladepoint. Naraka Bladepoint is developed by 24 Entertainment and is due to grapple hook onto PC this coming summer.
Next up is an open-world action-adventure that took Kickstarter by storm back in 2019. And once you've seen it in action, you'll understand why. Here's Weston Tracy with an exclusive new look at Savior.
Hi, I'm Weston, the director of the upcoming action-adventure game Savior. In Savior, you play as Sam,
I am just doing a terrible reaction,
stranger
I'm sorry.
with no possessions and no memory. As you explore, you'll discover your origin and your place among the characters you meet. You'll have to either battle, evade, or persuade your opponents into joining you in order to rebuild the broken world of Arcadia. At its core, there are three things that make Savior special.
We're now up to $1,000.
First is the combat system. It was inspired by playing years of Punch-Out on the NES. So you and many of your opponents have the ability to strike, dodge, and parry, which adds realistic strategy not really found in the genre. Opponents strike fast, but they all telegraph their strikes, so you'll learn their attack patterns and surely best them over time. The early enemies don't block so well, so you
This looks tight, whatever it is.
button mash your way through.
I didn't catch what it was called at the beginning, but whatever this is, I want to play it.
You'll need to watch for telegraphs and time your dodges, blocks, and counters carefully. Things get dicier when two opponents attack at once. They'll always try to surround you, and it's best not to let them. Next is movement. Sam runs and jumps like many other 2D action game characters, but she does much more. With our addition of parkour, especially the ledge grab, she bounds through the terrain with a unique and satisfying fluidity. The dozens of animations and movement commands.
The art style and this like gameplay mechanic together looks really good together. It looks really good together.
Arcadia is a land divided. The chosen
Is it
have
called
lived
Savior?
under the rule of their deity for 1,000 years.
This looks fucking
They are led
awesome.
by the laws of the Creed, which dictates all areas of Arcadian life, especially the punishment for doubt or challenge. Any who oppose the Creed are banished and dropped into the depths of the planet.
I love the music too.
They are known as the Fallen. But the Fallen survived their banishment. They explored their underground home where they thrived.
It is super
But
beautiful.
the Chosen and the Fallen have been divided too long. It's up to you to reunite them.
Looks really cool.
All of us at Starsoft are working tirelessly to bring Savior to Steam and Nintendo Switch in winter of 2022. We hope you'll add Savior to your wish list on Steam, sign up for our newsletter, or follow us on social media to stay up to date on our progress.
Savior is coming to PC and Switch in winter 2022. Our next game opened the very first Future Game Show and had us itching to see more ever since.
Oh, this is that PS5 game, right?
Media with a new slice of action from their console horror shooter, Quantum Error.
Yeah, this is that. I think it was announced as for PS5 only. I wonder if it's going to have Xbox Series attached to it now, too. If I'm remembering correctly. First and third person? Okay. Is this the one that was from the Dead Space creators, or was that... No, that was something different. That was something different, but this is definite Dead Space vibes as well. think the first stream I watched from you was the Kinda Funny Games one back in 2019. I don't remember if I watched it fully live or after it got uploaded, but I enjoyed it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we've been doing this for a while. I mean, 2019 was only 2 years ago. Been doing this stuff since 2016, and then video stuff since 2017, so it's our 5th year. Hopefully big things this year. We'll see. Technically it's our 6th year, but I don't really count the first year. That was a trial year. Trial run. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing back then. Now I do. Just nobody cares. This looks cool. We need more games like this. I believe in you too, Sev. If I go to the top, you're coming with me. The official meme maker. That looks funny. Not really sure what's going on here, but I'm intrigued. Appreciate all the memory lane stuff, I guess. My first live was the last live you did. Damn. Relative newcomer. I like it. Should have gotten more flour. We need more weed. We absolutely need more right now. It's a very stressful day.
That was just 4 minutes of the terrifying Quantum Error, which is coming to PS5, PS4, and Xbox Series X.
Xbox Series, there it is.
To see
okay.
the extended cut of this demo.
There it was.
Check out gamesradar tomorrow.
The next exclusive trailer is unlike anything you've seen before. It's a playable metal album where the action brings the lyrics to life.
Oh wait, this is that
newest trailer for Of Bird and
yep,
Cage.
That's what it's called.
Product
I remember
not yet
this.
rated.
I think I have another reaction video for this game somewhere on the YouTube channel. Maybe I deleted it. I don't know. I don't think I did. A modern retelling of Beauty and the Beast. That's cool. But I'm so excited for this. I love experimental shit like this. I love it so much. That's sick. Left or right, and then the music changes as it goes. That's sick, dude. Sounds like Cradle of Filth. Sounds like Danny Filth. I don't know if it is, but it sounds like Danny. Maybe not. I know that voice. Maybe not.
My life, I know she's my prey. Dirty and dizzy man chasing a kid. I know how it looks. Her dad won't be thrilled, but they have to help me. I'm not asking much, just say she was saved from the car.
This looks so fucking rad. If that's the same singer, it's definitely not Danny Filth. I love that. You have been with me for almost 8 years now. Isn't that crazy? Oh shit! Oh shit! May 20th, added to the Thunderdome list. Of Bird and Cage. There's our first Thunderdome edition.
That Of Bird and Cage launches for PC on May 20th. And PS4, Xbox One, and Switch later this year.
Fuck yeah.
You can wishlist the game right
I'm gonna
now
play it immediately.
on Steam.
Looks so cool.
Our next game is all about the power of cooperation.
I am.
Like when I fight Nemesis and you shout advice
Sev.
from a safe distance?
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty much exactly like that. Here's Joseph Fares to tell us how you'll
Joseph
be teaming
Fares,
up in the
baby!
new adventure game from EA Originals, It Takes Two.
Maybe we'll get a fuck the Oscars again. Kyle's so excited for this. Jessica and I are going to play this some on Saturday. Maybe. We'll see how Gizmo's doing. We may not be able to now.
No.
Actually, probably not. We'll see.
My name is Joseph Fares, and I'm the founder, and writer, director at Hazelight
And the
Studios.
savior.
And the
Don't
Brothers
forget
of Tale
savior.
2 Sons, A Way Out, and now the new game coming out March 26th, It Takes Two.
This game looks so cool.
Actually, what we do at Hazelight
It's doing great,
is actually
like,
quite
critically
unique. What I mean by
reception
that
as
is
well.
that we're creating co-op
Was it
experiences that
87,
are written
88,
and designed
89?
from the
Something like that.
beginning, from
On
the
Open
start,
Critic?
like that. You
Or
do have
Metacritic?
co-op games out there,
Either one.
but none that are created like this in a narrative way.
There's
These
so
are
many
not
mini
drop-in,
games.
drop-out, which means that we can create unique experiences and unique
random
stories
shit
that's
to do.
very. There are situations in this game, I would say, that's almost have a physical connection to the player as well. It's also something I think is underestimated what you could do creatively.
How
come
if you could make your own game console, what would you make it about?
Than you, Cody.
How long will this be live?
The
No
connection
idea.
could be metaphoric connection, like
We are playing this together, yeah.
You have a section where
We
you're playing as a piece of.
I just don't know if we'll be
magnet.
able to
That's a
stream
metaphor
it
for
because of
attraction.
Gizmo now.
So whatever happens
But we'll
in
see.
the story will be reflected in the gameplay. Even an example
This will
like
likely
this,
be
in
live
this case, they're
for
in a tree,
maybe
and
another
the
half
male
hour,
character, the
maybe
clay
another
character,
45
Cody,
minutes.
he
I'm not
forgot
100%
to
sure.
clean the
I
hive.
imagine it's probably not going to be
So,
too much longer than an hour,
in
an hour
real
and a
life,
half at
obviously.
most.
So right now,
If I can
the
make my own
squirrels
game
that live in
console,
that tree are in war with the
I don't think I really need one.
and you actually use
I think
the
everything's been
squirrels'
covered. All the
high-tech
bases have been
weapons
pretty
to
much
take
hit.
out the wasps. So,
I would maybe
as
improve
you see,
upon some
make and they
things,
shoot matches
but I don't
and
know
they
that I
can
would
shoot
need
trap, and when you combine
to
those,
make
you create an
anything
explosion. So again,
different.
it's
Because all the
a
bases have
unique
been covered.
mechanic for every character that kind of connects to the story. That's why I keep saying whatever you meet in the story, whatever happens,
I think the
you'll
Switch
be playing it. This
with
is just some
better
example.
hardware,
What you're seeing here,
which
is just
is
the
what's
mechanic
rumored for the
this
Super
level,
Nintendo Switch or whatever you
and,
want to call it,
you will be doing
is likely like the
different
best
things
all
for
around
every level you play, and whatever happens
console
in the
for a
story,
person.
you will be playing it.
But if you never want to buy games, then pick up an Xbox One in Game Pass or an Xbox Series X in Game Pass, and that's
If
pretty
you
much all
buy
you
the
need.
game and you play it in a couch and
You
you
only
play
need
with
a
a friend
PS5 for the
free,
exclusives
then
now
it
and the
should be the
DualSense and what
same
it can
for you
do.
if you play it online. It wouldn't
Like
be
literally
fair
everything else is
just
playable
because
through
your
Game
friend
Pass
can't
almost.
play with you.
I just
in
saw
the
they're going to be
couch.
adding so many
This
Square
person
Enix
has
games
to
now.
pay
They're trying to get
double the
Ubisoft
price, you know
on
what I
board
mean?
still, like
From
EA
that
Play.
perspective, Friends
Microsoft's
Pass came
changing
up
the game.
because it makes sense. It's a
make a
logical
handheld?
decision.
Like the Switch, that's what I mean. Like I said, the Switch is the perfect handheld. Like it's the
gonna be
perfect
such
console.
a wild ride to play
if
this game. It's gonna
it
be
had
such a unique experience from the beginning
like
to
better
the
hardware
end.
on the
It's gonna
inside
be
to
a joy and
compete
adventure.
somewhat
I can't
with
wait
what
to look
was
at some
current
reactions
in PS5 and Xbox Series
when
and
the
PC.
player stream this and play this because
Not that I
know
care
there
about
will be
graphics, I'm just
definitely
saying
some
the
really
average
cool reactions,
person
especially
looks
on
at that.
some scenes and especially
I
one
don't give a
scene
fuck.
that I think is gonna be
I'd buy it for
quite
anything.
special.
Feel it? It's got an 88.
All right, so the
Yeah,
game
'cause I
is
guessed
coming
82. I
out
remember that.
on March
We talked about that in
26th. It will
Discord.
be on, let's see now, PS4, PS5, Xbox, Xbox One, Xbox X, Series X, and I don't know. But not Switch for now. We don't have any plan for it now. Who knows in the future, maybe. But other than that, all
I thought he was going to say, fuck the Switch or something. Well, no, we didn't do that. I have a lot more ideas for making games than making a game console. Yeah, making a game
You'll
is an
be
interesting
able to
concept.
Take advantage of Friends Pass when It Takes Two launches on PS4,
There's so many cool ideas.
PS5, Xbox
I'm
One,
playing Animal Crossing on the
Xbox
Switch right
Series
now, actually.
X and S, and PC
I don't have
tomorrow on March 26th.
Battery life is my biggest Switch issue. Yeah.
Our next game
That's one of the
is like
definite things that they
Cyberpunk
need to
meets
improve.
Sherlock Holmes as you crack cases
for
in
the Super
virtual
Nintendo
worlds.
Switch.
Are you ready to play
Okay,
Digital
Cyberpunk
Detective
meets
in
Sherlock
gamedec?
Holmes. Game Deck. Let's see what this is.
World premiere.
It's a strange profession. Game deck. You're neither a player nor a detective. You know the rules and how people break them. How they leave a digital trail. And there is always a trail.
Graphically, this looks better than I thought it would.
A flaw in
Granted,
the source
it's
code.
cinematic, but still.
Back doors used by cheaters.
Looks like Red Dead Redemption 2's Valentine area.
Anonymity skins. Used to cover up unpopular activities.
Twisted and perverted.
All can be found.
That's funny.
All can be traced. With a lot of skill and a little bit of luck.
Oh, does he
Sometimes
really?
More than a little. Because there are surprises, even for a game deck. But in the end,
how is this a world premiere then if he's got that already on there? I mean, I get it. It's probably a world premiere of like the game, and it was just silently announced at one point.
So the game is always on.
Oh, I remember we were making jokes about it now that you mentioned that during the recording because we were calling it Game Dick or something like that. Wow, that actually looks cool. Good for Techie Geek, man. He picked up some good shit on Fantasy Critic. Good for him. Good for him.
GameDec is coming to PC
GameDec.
September 16th, 2021. And you can wishlist it on Steam right now.
Sev, you remember things more than I
Nicole,
do.
Question. Do you think you got what it takes to be a firefighter?
I remember
Yes.
that.
You want to maybe test those skills
I do
out in a
remember
game
that.
before trying anything dangerous?
Also, yes.
Well, then let me introduce you to Ember.
Ember.
Are you ready to join the gig
Game
economy? Become your own boss. As a firefighter, food delivery person, or a courier, Ember hits consoles with cross-play functionality for up to 4 players. Rescue together. Escape together.
Because I don't get high anymore.
Deliver together.
It doesn't make me lose my memory.
Boss fight together.
I just do so much shit that I don't remember everything
And
that I
salvage
do.
together. Risking your life for money has never been more rewarding. Ember, launching summer 2021.
They just threw me off by calling that a world premiere.
Ember is out now on PC
I don't know that I
and
actually
Stadia
count that
and
as
is
a
coming
world
to
premiere if it was
consoles later
announced
this year.
previously.
Our next game takes one of the best detective adventures of recent
get it,
years
that's petty,
and
but
makes
still.
it prettier and puzzlier.
I
yes,
don't
that's
care.
a word.
I just-
than ever before. This
That's what threw me
is
off.
Kathy Rain, the director's cut.
Kathy Rain. I still have that installed. It's on Game Pass.
Hi,
I've
I'm
never
Ariel
played it. I
Siegel,
guess I'll
and
just wait
I
for the
am
director's cut
delighted
now.
to be here at the Future Game Show to talk to you about Kathy Rain Director's Cut.
I do still want to play this,
This is a
though.
game that excites me a whole lot because, well, first I
Literally,
play
I have
Kathy
the
in it, but
thumbnail on
also
that
because
monitor over
the
there.
Director's Cut
That's
is
funny.
an even better version
the-
of the
whatever it's
original
called.
game that launched in 2016. For those of you who have been missing out, let
Shortcut.
me fill you in on the details. So, Kathy Rain is a point-and-click adventure set in the 1990s. It's the story of a strong-willed journalism major, that's me, who is forced to confront her troubled past as she investigates the mysterious death of her recently departed
I actually
grandfather.
talked to the devs who made Ember before. Neat that they
Armed
replied.
with
That
her
is cool.
motorcycle, a pack of cigs, and
A
a
lot of indie
notepad,
developers
Kathy delves
definitely
into a local
are
mystery surrounding
more
her hometown that takes her
easier
on a
to get in
harrowing
touch
journey
with
of
than some of
emotional
the
and
bigger
personal
devs.
turmoil. The director's cut features an extended story with more puzzles to solve and new areas to explore. There's also an expanded and remixed soundtrack, cool new bike designs to unlock, controller support, and more.
This is very full throttle.
It's been almost 5
That's
years now
sick.
since Kathy was first shared with the world, and we've taken everything we've learned
I
to
didn't
give
know.
you the most
I just saw it on
complete
Game Pass and was like,
realization
this
of
game looks
Kathy's
really
journey
cool.
yet.
Installed it and then
I,
never
for
got
one,
back around to
love
playing it.
being a part of this project, and I can't wait for you all to get on the Catmobile when we launch this fall on Steam for Windows, Mac, and Linux.
Good stuff. Looks good. Probably will play it.
Thanks to Ariel for showing us Kathy Rain, the director's cut, which is coming to PC later this year.
Now it's time for a sneak peek at what's in store from our pals at Team 17. Oh, how many hours have I spent playing Worms over the years?
I once fought giant mutant worms in a sewer.
It's a very different vibe, Nicole. It's a very different vibe.
Sean was going to buy that, and then he just bought the game separately. But he ended up being cheaper or something like that. He's already finished both of them, too. I think that was last week. Yeah, it was. Narita, boy! Next week. That looks good. I'm excited for that. I wonder if they're ever going to do some, like, updates to Worms Rumble, because that was fun for, like, a few days, and then it wasn't anymore. King of Seas! There you go, Sean. It's your next pirate game. It's on Thunderdome this quarter. Better be high on your list. I think everything on Team 17 that I have is digital. I have most of this stuff. Demesia? Okay. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but that looks kind of cool. I love the character design. Plague mask type thing. It's not really a plague mask, but still. Narita Boy is Game Pass, isn't it? Why wouldn't you give it a go? I think it's Game Pass. If not, it won't be that expensive. Epic Chef. Coco Life! Jessica's excited for that. Early access is this year, or this summer. There you go. Coco Life is coming soon. It's very Animal Crossing. Like, clearly, you can tell, right? Look at the imagery there, the houses. Ready or not. Here I come. Knock, knock. So stupid. That's me, Epic Chef. It is.
Is this thing
It
on?
is.
Oh, it is? Good. This is the cult leader. I'm interrupting this broadcast to invite you all to submit to me. Submit your application to become my new cult architect.
I like the new game releases of the week series. You've been doing a lot of
Enter
these games out there. A lot of people do miss out on, so nice to let people know about these lesser known games. Agreed. That's the whole point.
We are not
Honey,
a
I joined a
dangerous
cult. That looks sick.
organization. In fact, we're all about the safe
That looks
sex.
so funny. That's got to be the Escapist team, right?
Come join the Inner Circle when Honey, I Joined a Cult
The Inner
comes to
Circle.
Steam Early Access. Interruption in.
That was a collection of games coming from Team 17 over the coming weeks and months. For more info on them, check out gamesradar.com.
15 games in, and we finally get to fight some zombies in Back for Blood. You up for
Which
some co-op play,
just
Jeff?
got delayed.
I don't know. These
Till
are looking a little
October.
faster than what I'm
Right?
used to.
Yeah,
It
you're
was
right.
October.
Lucky for me, I've got developers Turtle Rock to show us the game instead.
Unfortunate, but, take all the time you need type of a thing. Dan and I
Getting out
played
of
this with
here
two
is the key to my
randoms
happiness.
during the alpha, back in January. It was fun. I want to play more of it.
Just try not to do anything stupid.
Hello, I'm Leanne Papp, and I'm the executive producer at Turtle Rock Studios. Right now we're working on Back for Blood, which is a first-person co-op zombie shooter that takes place after a catastrophic outbreak where most people have either died or have been infected by what we're calling the devil worm. In this game, you're part of a group of veterans that we refer to as the Cleaners, who are ready to take the fight back to the zombies, which we call the Ridden.
They're gluttons for punishment today.
Does it have a spectators mode? Not yet, so Dan looks really fucked every time he died. It doesn't have spectator, I don't believe, but
that
Dan did
stars
pretty
4
good.
of our 8 cleaners. We've got Walker, Evangelo, Hoffman,
We all
and
didn't really know
Holly.
what we were doing, though.
And as you watch the footage, you're going to see that we have a lot of different kinds of ridden. We've got some base special ridden like the Tall Boy and the Stinger, and then there are also mutated versions of them as well. But we've
I
got
feel like
something
this
that's
is the same.
especially
this might
special
be
for us that
one of
we're
the
very
levels
much
from
into
the
and very
demo because a
excited
lot of that
about,
looked
and we feel
familiar
that
there.
This is bringing something
This
new to
doesn't.
the genre.
This is new. This
we
is a
have our
different area.
ogre.
But I'm
He
pretty
is
sure that
this
last area
massive
was.
mutated ridden that rises from the ground, and in that moment, you have to decide if you're going to face off against this tanky character or run away and face him when you're better equipped.
Oh, this is not good.
That's kind of cool. You have the option to go back and like. Oh damn! He follows you. Look how cool that is.
Is it just me or
It's coming.
are things getting bigger?
We've got the elements that you want out in a cooperative zombie shooter, so you can gather up with your 3 friends and you're going to be taking out a bunch of ridden. But we're also adding some roguelite elements with our card system that's actually pretty cool, and we think provides a different spin
Yeah, the
on
train
it
tunnels
and
from the
provides even more
the-
replayability to the game. So we
I
should
think from
definitely
that
talk
alpha
about our
too.
game director as well
I
as our
think.
card system. You're going to be familiar with how we start off this game.
Maybe
You're
not.
going to start in a safe room with 3 of your
I
friends,
remember that
and the
too,
game
yeah.
director is
So
gonna
this is
play
all
what
the
we
same
call
area.
corruption cards. You get to know what kind of challenges
Wonder if
it's
maybe
going to
that's-
throw
no,
at
they
you
gotta
and
have
your
more
team
areas
by
done by
looking
that.
at what these
Or by
cards
now.
are. They might be things
Maybe
like
not, though. Maybe that's why I got
Swarm
delayed.
of Bruisers or Ridden on Fire. And
You're probably
you
right.
then get to know exactly what it is that you're going to face. So after you see those cards, you're then going to be given a hand from a deck that you've built. And you need to decide what cards you're going to play. Coordination with your team is going to be super key here, as you can do things like improving the quality of items and weapons that are found in the world. You can make it so your team can carry more Molotovs or med kits, or you can even do something cool like your team gets a burst of health when you get in-capped. We're really excited to see what you and your friends do with your cards.
Gotta be something around here. There you are.
Back 4 Blood is coming to Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, and PC. You're going to be able to play the game in the upcoming open beta on both PC and console. We're going to
Nice.
have more information on that soon, so stay tuned.
Probably won't play the open beta, but that's good news. Interesting
Thanks,
they chose
Turtle
not
Rock, for
to
showing us how real
attach the new
zombie
release
killers
date on
do
that
it.
trailer. Or
Ever wondered
deep
how it would
dive.
feel to be a Warhammer miniature? Here's
really.
the world premiere of the new cinematic trailer for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Tempestfall.
World premiere.
There's so many fucking Warhammer
Once
games. Oh my
mortal,
god.
We stood
It's
against
crazy.
enemies of order. Our souls, freed from
Another
the
game that
weakness
Tech
of
Geek
flesh,
can pick up on the Fantasy Critic League.
arrived at the gates of heavens, shaped by righteousness, reforged in thunder.
We gotta see what the gameplay is
clad
first
in living
before I know if it's a
armor.
Tech Geek type game.
We come down among lightning.
I
to
just know he's a
protect
Warhammer
the
fan.
mortal realms once more. We are Sigmar's wrath manifest. In his name, we wage war. We are the Stormcast Eternals.
Oh, it's a VR
You
game.
can step into the shoes of a Lord Arcanum when Tempestfall launches on Oculus and Steam this summer.
Hey, Jeff, you remember the hospital siege in Resident Evil 3?
Oh, how could I forget?
Well, this next bit is a little bit like that, except instead of zombies, I'm gonna throw loads of games at you.
Oh, that actually sounds way better.
Get ready for a montage. Hey, Dwarf Romantic. He already has it. Monster Harvest looks dope. I don't know if I'll play it right away, but it's cool. It looks really cool. The Wandering Village looks excellent. I can't wait to see more on it. Car combat? Could be cool. What is that called? Dordagon? Dordagon. Ungenasoy, I think was the developer. I'm going to have to look into that more. That might be a Jessica type game. Fantasian, that's the new game from Hironobu Sakaguchi and Nobuo Matsu. I wish it was coming elsewhere besides Apple Arcade. Minutes of Islands looks really tight too. I remember seeing that before. Good choice of games here for the montage. There it is, Dorf Romantic. Such a cool little game. Came out today. Endling, Extinction is Forever. Could be a sad game. It means I want to play it. What's that called? It's like white on white. Everybody wham wham? Okay, everybody wham wham. Out now. Rudo. Love the art style. If that was the gameplay, not sure I like the gameplay, but the art style was awesome. Also, maybe looked like an Oculus game. I'm not sure.
For more information on all those great games, make sure to check out gamesradar.com.
Now, if you're looking for something more melodic than the sound of Jeff's voice, you should check out our next game, The Longest Road on Earth. Bonus fact, this trailer
The Longest Road on Earth was a Kickstart My Heart game too, guys!
In the game.
Damn!
Enjoy.
Wasn't it? I think so. It was also a Kickstarter game. I don't remember if it was a Kickstarter My Heart
I've
game.
been looking for a while.
Probably was. It definitely was. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. This is definitely something I put on there, because it's a definite type of game that I would put on there. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Godzilla vs. Kong.
Feels alright. Feels alright. I've been walking for a while. There's 100 miles left to go. 100 miles left.
This is so good. I got goosebumps. Damn!
I've been running out of time. There's 100 miles left to go. 100 miles left to go.
I'm not really Team Godzilla or Team Kong, though. I don't give a shit. But I do want to watch the movie. I like both franchises. And I don't know that I like one more than the other. They're both just okay, in my opinion. Coming to PC and mobile this spring. Oof, that's not a definitive release date. I don't know if I can add that to the
Longest Road on Earth
Thunderdome
launches
list, because
on
I
PC later this year.
want to add that, but I can't.
Our next game is an open-world survival simulator
Too
that
generic.
put PC gamers through hell.
Oh no!
Specifically,
What is this?
Green Hell. Here's an exciting new announcement from the
survival
team at
open-world
Creepy
game?
Jar.
There are also so many types of these games, too. Or games of these type. I think I said that backwards. But that's okay. June. I don't know that I care to add that
Can
to
you
Thunderdome.
survive Green Hell? Find out when it comes to consoles in June this year.
Early reviews for
This
Godzilla
next
vs. Kong
game
have been
starred
very
in our
positive, which is
Gamescom
good.
show and tasks
Hell
2
yeah.
cooperative spies to break into top secret locations.
Well, then it's a good thing I've partnered with Jill Valentine, huh? Master of unlocking.
Here's the latest news for Operation Tango.
Oh, we gotta work together?
Hey, that's what I'm talking
Oh dear, this is a
about.
recipe for disaster.
What did you do?
This is actually something I definitely want to play. I remember seeing this.
I'm gonna do it. You ready?
I'm nervous.
I'm in.
Friends play for free. That's cool.
I'm very stealthy, thank you very much.
So I'm gonna need you to suck it up, Buttercup, and put that passcode in.
Ooh, June 1st. That's a
Your
definite
infiltration
addition
begins
to
on
Thunderdome.
consoles and PC on June 1st.
Coming up next,
Did we
take
already
a
have that
trip
on
into
there?
One of the deadly gauntlets.
Was that already
of
known?
Oddworld Soulstorm.
Might have been already known.
As series creator Lorne Lanning shows us
to
what's
make
in
me check.
store in Abe's latest adventure.
Might have already been on there.
Hi, I'm Lorne Lanning, co-founder and creator of Oddworld, and I'm excited to be here at Future Games Show to bring you this abridged playthrough from Oddworld Soulstorm. At this point in the game, we're on a mission to hijack a train that we're told is at Fat Station.
And so with each level, you get an introduction, usually of your goal happening in the background.
I am excited for this, and I love that it's going to be next month's PlayStation Plus free game.
Now he needs to get to the Fat Station to hijack a train, and that should be up ahead. And now he's got a little bit of a journey through the world to get there. Okay, so now you're approaching, you see a train in the distance pulling in, and now you're approaching the Fat Station. So now you knew you had to reach the Fat Station, and there's a train, and you know you got to hijack a train, but you're going to have to get through the Fat Station first. And this is a lot of where we wanted more of the story telling us through the 2.9D camera, so we have that setup and that approach. It feels more cinematic.
So good.
And
so
here
good
you can
looking.
get an overlook, and if we look in there, this is the tanks and the whole area we're going to have to get through. And now you're dealing with snipers. You're running across steam vents. And I'm going to go down here. We wanted to get more of that sense of height and perspective and all that, and it also reveals secret areas you wouldn't normally see, where you can go collect goods and stuff, but we're not going to go there right now.
I've been waiting for Green Hell to console since I don't play on PC, so happy we finally got the release date. Hopefully it runs good on consoles. We'll let you know how it is when you get on PS4. Yeah, let me know, because I definitely will not be picking it up.
So we can get to the train.
Absolutely let me know.
So we can complete our mission, and then catch up with our buddies at the trellis area. Here's some classic Abe play where, you know, he's using steam zones to hide from the enemies, and they can't see. They're kind of blind in the steam zone. So using the old Oddworld logic, if you can't see Abe barely, then neither can the enemies. And this was a way that you could have traversed to get past this slig. But if you crafted up some inventory to this point, this would have been a stealth approach with no killing happening. This would be a little more not nice approach.
I like how he's showing
where
both.
You might have used something a little more lethal. And that would be very nice, and you don't want to do that, of course. Oops. But it's a different way to solve the same problem.
Got himself on fire.
And along the way, we're hearing radio broadcasts that are telling us, filling us more in on the backstory, the propaganda of the world, what they're telling the common people versus what you know is actually happening in the game. So we play off of that during these elevator rides. And if you pay attention to them, you get a little more data on the backstory and what's happening in the world.
More details to follow.
We're getting now to the pump area. There's all these more physical challenges where there's Mudokons you're going to have to get in through the pump all the way up to the train way above.
Guess I'll silence my phone now.
So now this is like a tower of hazards, and you're going to get more and more Mudokons to go through here with you.
Hopefully until this is over.
And you're going to try not to get them killed, or yourself. We cabled the world.
I have not checked your website in a while. We'll recheck it again. Don't bother.
Pulses running.
Hasn't been updated
so it really
in a while.
helped with people understanding what the problem.
I gotta go through and re-update it.
Here. In cases like this, you're getting more and more Mudokons following you through more and more dangerous conditions.
It's been a while.
And they're stacking up more and more, and the more you get, the easier it is to get lots of them more killed, even though you shouldn't. Come on, go, 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 go. Okay. And killing them, of course, is not
It's one thing that I'm really bad at, is keeping the website updated. Just because it's literally just like a portal to host our content, because we post everything everywhere else, except for the text reviews. So I usually only go in when I'm adding a new review.
What, 2? 1?
Which we haven't
survivor.
had one in a
He
few
gets
weeks.
rescued.
So that's how long
And
it's been
from
since
here,
it's been updated.
And look at all my dead guys. But from
There's
here,
one that I have, but I
gets us up to
just
the
fucked up and never did
area
it.
of the train station where we can now
That was
access
one that
the
Kyle
train.
wrote too, so I feel bad. I got to get it done still.
That
But
will then
I'm doing a video for it.
lead
So.
us on our mission forward.
It's for Littlewood, actually.
Oddworld Soulstorm is coming to the PS5, PS4, and the Epic Games Store April 6th. You can pre-purchase the game now on the Epic Games Store, and PlayStation 5 PS Plus members will be able to download the game at no extra cost.
Oddworld Soulstorm is coming to PC, PS4, and PS5 on April 6th.
First revealed at the Future Game Show last
as well,
June,
though WordPress
Serial Cleaners builds on the hit crime scene clean-em-up with 4 distinct cleaners and 4 distinct styles. Let's see
what are you doing video for? Littlewood.
And our first gameplay
Kyle wrote
reveal.
the review for that, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something. I don't even know if it's worth it still to do a video. But I was just talking how, I don't usually go into the website and update it unless I'm posting a new review, and we haven't had a new review in a few weeks, so. It is one thing that I want to get better at, but I have so many things that I'm, like, improving, both mentally and physically, that I have a hard time adding more things on top of it. So when I'm improved upon other things in a satisfactory manner, then I will begin working and keeping the website updated maybe every day. Who knows? That's sick how you can, like, oh, you could vacuum the blood. What? Vacuum it off the snow? That's cool. If you remember the 90s differently, their dirty work is the reason
Grab your
why.
mop and your rubber gloves because Serial Cleaners is
I love
coming to
it.
PC later this year.
Cool game.
You can wishlist the
Reminds
game
me
on
of the
Steam and
episode
Epic Store
of
now.
South Park.
In space,
When the priests and they
no
would
one
come in
can
with the
hear you
cleaners because of on the young boys.
Neither can they hear you say,
Good stuff.
whoa. Which is exactly what you'll
I do
do
have
when you
Facebook
see the
pages and do enjoy
amazing
posting on
things
there.
Frontier is doing in Elite Dangerous Odyssey.
Gorgeous looking game, but these games always usually look pretty good, like especially from afar in space.
Right now, we're working on Elite Dangerous Odyssey, the most ambitious expansion for Elite
That's a sequel?
Dangerous to
This
date.
one?
For the first time in Elite's history, the Odyssey expansion.
That's what I mean,
will
they're
allow
easy to
players
make good.
set
That's what I
foot
mean.
on light
These games
atmospheric
always
world
look good.
Powered by amazing new planetary technology.
That's what I mean.
Players will be able
That's what
to
I mean.
disembark from their ships and explore these planets, discovering new settlements and organic life forms while taking on missions and engaging in
I don't
intense
know if this is a sequel to Elite Dangerous or not.
Today, we're really
I would
excited
assume
to
so,
share the
based on the
exclusive
gameplay.
footage of
Elite
Apex
Dangerous Odyssey
Interstellar,
is this game? Because that's what this is called.
Apex Interstellar, your gateway to the stars.
a shuttle service.
Yeah,
that
so
will
this
be
is
available
now
to all
Elite Dangerous
players,
Odyssey,
allowing them to explore
which I'm
the galaxy
assuming
in a totally
is
new way. For a small fee,
is something
Apex
new.
Interstellar will let players book their
Oh,
own
serial
personal
cleaners. I don't know.
shuttle, complete with AI pilot, to take them between the ports and settlements in inhabited space.
Your shuttle is ready to depart. Thank you for choosing Apex Interstellar.
Players can even call a shuttle to pick them up directly from a planet's surface, just like you'd hail a cab. Additionally, we'd like to talk about how the release of Odyssey will give players the opportunity to experience the excitement, scale, and beauty of Elite Dangerous from a brand new perspective. Odyssey's boots-on-the-ground gameplay will add on-foot exploration, sound.
Damn, so this is totally changing the game for Elite Dangerous. That's cool as fuck.
Integrated
Keith, you'll have to check it out, man. Especially if it's adding like on-foot elements and stuff. That's cool. I never played Elite Dangerous before, but I always heard about it.
In late spring 2021,
yeah, this is massive.
with an alpha scheduled to begin a little earlier on the 29th of March. PlayStation and Xbox releases are planned for autumn 2021.
I get it. You're a busy man, man.
Please enjoy the rest of the show.
You got a game to make. You want to talk about making a game? You talk to some game dev. He knows what he's talking about. I don't have VR anymore, and it sucks because there's so many cool things coming to VR now.
Thanks to Gareth for that look at the game.
Nice.
The Elite Dangerous Odyssey
Very nice.
Alpha will be
About to buy the
available on
newest
PC
Very
starting
nice.
March 29th. Imagine what
there's
you
one on
could
Switch
do
already?
with a machine that can read memories.
But maybe it's the
That's
same
the
game.
killer setup of Don't Forget Me, a new adventure game from the Moon Pirates. And
Most of my memories involve being chased by a giant mutant.
oh yeah, do you remember that time the bug laid eggs?
This could be a cool game.
In you.
Ugh, we don't talk about it, Jeff.
Again, art style. I love it. Very cyberpunk-esque, so I love that too. Very neon. Of course I love that. This does look cool though, whatever it is. I like the spiderweb type gameplay, where you can, you know, basically... Ooh, that's next month. That could be a Thunderdome edition right there. I think it will be. Now we're up to 3 editions.
Don't Forget Me launches on PC later this year.
I think that's one to put on there. I think I could see
Next up,
Kyle
let's look at
maybe
two
getting
new
behind
titles
that.
from movie games. The Polish studio is
Maybe
teaming
even
up
Sean,
with
I don't know.
Prestige Image,
Maybe
who are
not
famous
Sean.
for their work
Dan
on
might like it.
Ubisoft
Dan
and
likes
Sega
those.
CGI.
He liked
Look out for more info on that in the summer.
Detroit Become Human,
And here's what
and that
movie
was kind of
games
like
are
that.
working on right
Or
now.
that game plays somewhat similarly. 98 degrees. Good boy band. 111 degrees. Sucks outside. Dude, at 12 degrees, I'd be fucking dead. The additional Swiss rolls. Oh, this is a firefighting game. We just had one in the new release roulette. This week? Last week? Fire Commander. Okay.
The Great War didn't start as something we were worried about.
World War I game, huh?
We had no idea how it would change when they sent us directly to the front line.
Oh, is this the one that was announced today, maybe? Starts with an I? I don't know.
And then in the mud,
I haven't watched that trailer yet.
trench death,
It was announced yesterday. This does not look the same art
How
style.
to choose between life and death.
This reminds me of Valiant
Every
Hearts.
saved life counts.
War Hospital. Fuck yes. Very, very, very reminiscent of Valiant
Movie
Hearts.
Games says you can look forward to hearing more on War Hospital and Fire Commander later this year.
Our
War
next
Hospital
game
looks cool as hell.
debuted on Stadia and is finally coming to other platforms. To find out why Lost Words Beyond the Page
Oh,
is
that's
such a
coming out,
special
like,
world,
next
let's join
week.
director Mark Backler and
I didn't
writer
put it in
Brianna
Thunderdome's list because it's already been released on Stadia, which means it's technically already available. So even though it's coming out everywhere else now, Stadia still is a platform.
I'm
so.
the founder of Sketchbook
Can't
Games
knock it
and
that
the
hard.
creative director of Lost Words Beyond the Page.
This game came out like last year on Stadia.
I'm a writer for video games, film, TV,
But it looks
and
cool.
comics, and I wrote the
I have not
script
played it,
for
obviously,
Lost
because I don't
Words
care for
Beyond the
Stadia,
Page,
but
and
I will play this
working on
eventually.
lots of secrets.
Make the meme, Sev.
At the moment, we're just putting the finishing touches to Lost
Because this
Words
game, look how cool this
for,
looks! You're
Steam,
fucking moving words around on
PS4,
pages and making shit as you
Xbox
go.
One,
God, it looks so fucking, like, innovative. I love shit
So
like
you
this.
play the game as Izzy, who is about sort of 11 or 12-ish, and she's just been given a journal for her birthday. She's always wanted to be a writer, so she starts writing. She has to deal with some
game looks
difficult
really
news about her gran, who gave her the journal in the first place, and she decides
Kyle
to write a
is gonna
story
love
to
this
steer
one.
her gran.
Kyle will love this one.
We see her
I'm sure of that.
go not just on a journey through the pages of her diary, but also through the fantasy world.
Oh, I just said make the meme because I said I'll probably pick this up eventually.
The story starts to kind of reflect what's happening in the real world. And we use
So I'm just talking
things like
shit
the
to
seven
myself, too, as I
stages
sit
of
here to
grief
watch this one.
as art inspiration, as
My
music
mind's not really
inspiration,
focused
as
much.
puzzle inspiration, and it's basically, you know, fantasy is a lens through which we can examine.
I'm definitely
the real
thinking
world,
about
and
other
this is a
things at the
very,
moment, so.
Kind of a very visual representation of that.
The two worlds in the game play into each other in a number of different ways. So,
that's so fucking cool, dude. You can move the shit up and down with the word, like the rise. God, that's fucking cool.
The fantasy world. We also see these little post-it notes on the desk around the diary that sort of show the evolution of some of the characters that you'll later be bumping into in Astoria, and different ideas that Izzy has had. The game is split into like 8 main chapters. Each one of those begins in the pages of the diary and then transitions into the
I love the music too.
Sort of halfway through. Lost Words is out on the 6th of April on Steam, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. So you can jump onto Steam and wishlist it right now.
It's like I want to put that on
Thanks
the list,
Mark
but
and Rihanna for that exclusive
Stadia
look.
exclusive
Lost Words
for like
comes
6
to
months
PC
or a
and
year or
consoles
whatever.
on April 6th.
Screws it up.
And you can wishlist it now.
In space, no one can.
Damn, I'm surprised this is longer than an hour.
Well,
I mean,
Nicole, we just
maybe it's an hour and a half.
Oh, really? Our next world premiere is set in space, and it looks really spooky. So I thought, like,
honestly, you had me at world premiere, so you could probably just cut it there.
World premiere.
In the second era of the human empire, sonic matter was discovered in the galaxy of Neteron. It was here that humans decided to build the Metal Mother facility to harvest the sonic matter, the most precious element in the universe. But it wasn't long before they discovered they were not alone.
That looks fucking cool. Haunted space. Okay. Like a space horror game. Like Dead Space.
that was our first look
but
at
you're
Haunted
flying.
Space, coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S sometime in the
Gameplay
future.
sort of maybe was looking like Rogue.
One Steam review describes our
maybe?
next game as
I don't know.
Reservoir
We'll see.
Dogs. with
That looks
more
really
falling
cool.
Over.
Well, I guess I'd be Mr. Interested.
Okay. It's time for
Rogue
guns,
Squadron.
cars, and double-crossing
That was the name of the
galore in
series.
cryptic
Not
seas.
Rogue- I think
truly
Rogue Leader
unique
was the subtitle for one of
Sub
them. Rogue Squadron, Rogue Leader, something like that. Devolver Digital.
Go time.
I'm assuming this is a multiplayer game of some sort. Has to be. But I'm interested. Depending on what you do. You fucking threw the disc. So who are you controlling? Are you controlling the driver? Assuming so. Is this like a polygonal driver type game? Still eating his fucking cheeseburger too. Sub Rosa. Okay.
We're pleased to confirm that Sub Rosa is available right now through Steam Early
looks
Access.
cool as shit.
So you can start building your criminal empire.
Still want to know
today.
who you're playing as.
I hope you have your hankies ready as we return
True
to
colors.
one of the most emotional game series of recent years. Please welcome Zach Garris, Chief Creative Officer of Deck 9 Games, to give us a new look around Haven Springs.
They're definitely hiding something.
Alex, be careful. I am Zach Garris. I am the Chief Creative Officer at Deck 9 Games and the Game Director of Life is Strange True Colors. It's a brand new adventure in the Life is Strange universe. Coming off the heels of making Before the Storm, we wanted to explore, who we are as storytellers and what the franchise has to offer fans with new characters and a new setting, and we're really excited about it.
Well, what do you think?
I love it.
So in Life is Strange True Colors, you play as Alex Chen. Alex is a young woman who's just left the foster care system. She's had a very difficult childhood, but she's also now about to start something new, be out on her own and reunite with her older brother. Alex is not like other people, though. Alex has a supernatural.
I was getting shit for saying that this isn't Life is Strange 3, and that there will still be another like a game called Life is Strange 3.
Or be aware
I still stand by that. I still think this isn't Life is Strange 3, and that there will be a game developed by Don't Nod that is called Life is Strange 3.
Or
not taking anything away from this game. I'm going to play the shit out of True Colors. I think it's going to be great. I picked it up in Fantasy Critical in our league. I think it's going to do fucking great, critically and
whatever that person might be going through. Up until this point in her life,
I still think
this has been a
game
curse.
called Life is Strange 3.
This has alienated her from others. This has led to behavior people around her don't understand and probably mostly condemn.
Welcome to Haven.
For Life is Strange True Colors, we wanted to explore having more agency given to the player in terms of where they go, who they interact with,
in terms of the setting,
and the ownership that they can
really
take
cool
over the story and over Alex's engagement with that town. And so we have built out a larger space than you typically see in a Life is Strange game, and I think we're very excited about the outcome and the result.
Alex, right? I'm Steph.
One of the most exciting components to Life is
I
Strange
fucking
True
love that
Colors
they brought her back.
Steph,
the Dungeon Master from Before the
character.
Storm. It's so fucking cool.
She was someone we discovered while making Before the Storm, a character that became a fan favorite. We wanted to really take that character and do much more with her. And partly it's a desire to continue to honor the depth and richness of the universe overall, that this is an interconnected place and that you're going to see from time to time characters from other adventures. I think part of what's really promising about the Life is Strange universe is its breadth, its depth, its potential, new stories, different walks of life. We're really shifting the franchise into a more of an anthology series. And so rather than order the titles sequentially when they're not actually sequels necessarily, it made more sense to name each game according to what that story is and how that story sort of.
So they're just confirming that they're never going to call a game a title game again.
For what Alex Chen's story becomes.
Unless either that or maybe that's their rationale that they'll go back to 3 later. I don't know.
Dude hands me
that might be confirmation that they're just going to move away from the number of games.
Life is Strange True Colors.
I don't know.
Offers players more choice than they've experienced in a Life is Strange game.
Not that it matters. Again, it literally doesn't matter.
We're proud of that.
It's just our
We're
conversation.
excited about the kinds of relationships that you can develop throughout the whole town, and in particular, the relationships that you can have with both Ryan and Steph, who are integral to the storyline and in the shape of how
Both
the player
romanceable,
chooses to
hopefully?
engage with them in that
That would be
story
cool.
can become sort of romantic interest for Alex.
Thank you. Hell yeah.
Life is Strange True Colors will be available in September on current and next-gen consoles and PC.
Can't wait. Cannot wait.
Well, I'll be getting emotionally wrecked when Life is Strange True Colors launches in September for next-gen consoles and PC.
5 years ago, developers LKA wowed us with their psychological horror, The Town of Light. In 2021, they return with an all-new next-gen psychological thriller. Are you ready for Martha is Dead?
Martha is Dead. That sounds familiar.
Will you tell me a bedtime story?
Not tonight. There's a fog.
Creepy.
You should have been there. Not her.
Wake up. You have another thought.
You could tell teleport to the
one who
mirrors?
was living, remember?
What do you say, Irene? Julius dead. What are you babbling about?
Or just into anything? I don't know. Or that might not even be teleporting. I don't know. Just might be camera zooms too. Find out more. Wired Direct. I mean, I definitely want to see more on that.
Martha is Dead, published by
But not
Wired
enough to go to that
Productions,
website.
comes to PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC in 2021.
Later this year. I know Avengers Endgame
You
is
ever
almost
look
2
at
years
the
old now.
state of
Time
modern
flies, but what did you like
civilization
more,
and
Avengers
think,
Infinity War, Endgame?
God, I could do so much better than this.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen 2021?
Well, time to put your
Probably
money where your
Infinity
mouth
War.
is in Amplitude
I think
Studios'
it was probably a better
historical
movie.
strategy epic, Humankind.
Humankind just got delayed too. Not taking anything away from Endgame though.
With
Endgame was
Amplitude, what it
fantastic,
created, this
but I think I
huge,
enjoyed
amazing
Infinity War more.
Games that would dust off the genre we love so much. In Humankind, you have one main innovation, which is the ability to create your own civilization out of 60 different cultures.
The idea is that we give the player these historically accurate bricks, and they go and build whatever story they want to.
In history, we always had...
This game looks cool. I'm sad it got delayed.
With Diplomacy, we want to give you all these tools to be able to...
Looks like a really cool RTS game.
To create a bond,
I'm not
a
huge
link,
into that
to
like
create,
genre,
these
but it looks really
alliances
cool.
Or have to go to war with them.
What was really important for diplomacy was the stories that players would tell each other. If you look at, say, the First World War, what happened, it wasn't a direct engagement immediately. There was a lot of people getting roped in, alliances playing off against each other, negotiations. So, in order to be historically authentic, we needed to add a little bit more, more tools in the player's toolbox, things like bribe or propose, threaten, demand. We want things to feel.
I never do well at these games, but I always play them.
Have sort of
I tried out Crusader Kings 3 because it was on Game Pass. I fucking suck
we want you to get
at these
feedback
types
and
of
actions,
games.
make things
But I
feel,
always
nicely.
I think
quick,
they look cool.
Immediate, impactful. Your civilization needs resources.
Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness is out on March 25th next year, and I heard it's going to be bigger in scale than Avengers Endgame, which is cool.
Either
I think it's because of Multiverse, hopefully.
Claiming
I mean, there's so
territory
many cool things they can do with
yourself,
that too.
or you can buy them from another.
My fiance is a huge fan of
when a civilization's choices create a situation that is deemed offensive or otherwise unacceptable by another, a grievance is generated. Transferring control of a border territory, paying a sum of money, changing a law or religion, joining a war, and so on. If the demand is refused, it can be used to justify declaring a war or breaking an alliance.
Once two civilizations have declared war, they'll need to think about their population's support for this war, or morale. This is a value that will tend to decrease over time because people get fed up with fighting a conflict. You can also damage the other side's morale by winning battles against them, by occupying their cities. In Humankind, your empire's choices with regards to events and the civics that you choose will define your empire's ideology. So depending on these choices, I'll have an ideology that will be defined. And based on this proximity, it will be more or less difficult to go to war or to sign peace treaties. So, for instance, two civilizations that are very close will have trouble maintaining a war, but it'll be a lot easier to sign treaties because the populations feel a certain sort of brotherhood.
In the diplomacy of Humankind, the possibilities are endless. You want to create a culture that will attract the sympathy of all these other empires? Will you be feared by your neighbors? It's up to you to decide how you will mark history as a leader.
I mean, this concept of this game sounds so fucking rad. They did put the new release date on that one. August 17th. Thunderdome Q3 now. Oh well. Oh well. Take all the time you need.
Okay, that one I can't wait to get my hands on. What have we got coming up next, Nicole?
Our next game was the breakout star of last month's PlayStation State of Play. To tell us more about the limb-snapping kung fu combat of Sifu, please welcome developers Slow Clap.
Hi, I'm Pierre. I'm from
Wonder if
Slow
Sony
Clap
would ever be
Studio,
crazy
an
enough to buy
independent
Epic
studio
Games.
based in Paris, France. In Sifu, you play the role of a young Kung Fu student who is on a path for revenge after his whole family was assassinated by a squad of 5 mysterious assassins. And you will be on the hunt for the assassins of your family through 5 main environments. And as you move through these levels, you will have to use every tool at your disposal, whether it's your Kung Fu skills or everything that's in the environment to survive and prevail in dangerous combat situations. So you may have seen our real trailer in the recent State of Play, and today we're excited to share some more information about the game. Regarding combat, as you progress through the game, you will encounter 5 bosses who are all connected to you and who are basically the assassins of your family. These 5 bosses have been inspired by Kung Fu values and the 5 elements of Chinese mythology. So this is wood, fire, water, metal, and earth. As you saw in the trailer, when your character dies, he revives instantly where they fell, and when your character revives, your character will age every time. Kung Fu means literally mastery through practice, and this is really an important theme of the game because we want
game just looks so
players to
fun
feel
to play,
like they've learned Kung Fu as
really
they play the game and like actually gain this mastery. Sifu is meant to be a challenging game for sure. There is a limit to how much you can age, of course, and I think we'll be discussing more about what exactly happens when you do have that game over in the coming weeks and months prior to launch. Sifu will be released in 2021 on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and on the Epic Game Store.
Sony's closely working with Epic lately. Really makes me wonder if they would ever be crazy enough. Like I said, I think they might be. But with Microsoft making all these big name
Everyone
moves,
will be
that's
Kung
a
Fu
big
fighting when
move
Sifu
right there.
hits PC,
We'll see.
PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5 later in 2021.
Would definitely give them an edge, though.
And that brings our spring showcase
Wow,
to
they
an
ended with
end.
Sifu?
I want to see a huge
No
thank
way.
you
There's one
to-
more. No, I was gonna say no fucking way they ended with
We
Sifu.
can't end it there. Right, in true Resident Evil
Doesn't
fashion,
launch
there's
on
always got to
PlayStation
be
Plus.
one final
Yeah,
boss
you're probably
form
right.
fight.
You're probably right.
You're right. Okay. Yeah, I can find one
All
more
right,
surprise.
what are we ending with? Hour and a half showcase.
Roll the tape.
I like it. What's our big thing? The Future Game Show presents a new Kenna. Okay, featuring clips from trailers we've already seen, plus all new footage. Okay. Choosing to end on Kenna. Okay. Okay.
You sense the power that flows through this land. Yet, you do not fully understand it.
This game looks so good. Oh my god. This is one of my most anticipated games of this year. It really is.
Hi.
Just look, man. This game just looks so good. PlayStation bought Epic, but I cannot wait for this. This looks so good. My god. This is a lot of new footage, actually. I'm very, very into all of this stuff right now that we're seeing for this game. It is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
The path of a spirit guide is
I can't wait for that game. And it's soon. What is it, like? Yeah, August 24th. It's soon. I don't have to wait too long.
And that definitely wraps up
No
our
Star
show.
Wars Skywalker Saga release date.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. Special thank you to Nicole, and a very, very special thank you to the amazing developers who helped make this happen.
You can head over to the Future Game Show page on Steam
This was a
to
good little
add your
show.
favorite games from today's show.
Good little
to
show.
your wish
Sorry
list.
that
And don't forget to check out gamesradar.com
that I had to step away a few
for all
times
of the
during.
news,
That was
guides, and
unfortunate.
features.
I'm Jeff Shine.
Definitely
And I'm Nicole
unfortunate. Not
Tompkins.
something I wanted to have to deal
this
with. It was
third
not something that was planned for today either. So this is all came out of nowhere this morning and just slapped us in the face, and it's not been fun. So Kenna does look great. But yeah, apologies for stepping away a few times during the reaction. That sucks. I definitely will go back and rewatch that first start because I really wasn't paying a ton of attention there, especially when I walked away a few times. Yeah, it could be a stealth release. I don't know. I have a feeling that game is going to get delayed further, though, into this year, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. Tomorrow morning. Well, not really morning. Tomorrow afternoon on the East Coast. Early on the West Coast. 9 a.m. on the West Coast. What is it? 12 noon Eastern. There's that ID at Xbox Twitch Gaming Showcase. Current plans are for me to be live for that as well. So if you are interested, feel free to stop by tomorrow afternoon, and I will be doing something else live for that. As long as, we don't get more bad news later, because, Gizmo is not even going to be done now till, maybe 9, 10 o'clock. And like I said, we're up to $1,000, and, hopefully that's where it's going to kind of stop, but you never know. So, worst case, if you're not in Discord, make sure you're in our Discord server, because I do update in there if for whatever reason I'm not going live, or if I say I'm going to go live and then I don't, I will post in there. Discord is really the best way to keep track of everything we do, and our Discord link is always in the descriptions of any of our videos. Not when I'm live. I don't put the description in the video until after the live video ends, so it's not in this one, but if you go to any of our other videos, more recent ones specifically, the Discord link's in there, and it will be in this one too in about an hour. So we will talk more Future Game Show, Spring Showcase on the 11 Hour Games podcast this coming up week on Monday. Make sure you tune in for that, and it's also Thunderdome week, so make sure you tune in as well. But yeah, tomorrow, and we'll be back for that, for the reaction. I'm going to go talk to Jessica about Gizmo and try to figure some things out. The next free No Man's Sky update is coming tomorrow or next week, so I'm really pumped for that. I saw that. Hopefully it ends up being good. No Man's Sky is probably going to be something that I jump back into whenever I get my Series X. That is the plan. That is the plan. Yeah, Sev, I should be here unless something happens. Like I said, worst case, you'll find out in Discord. But if you like this video, make sure you click that like button down below. It's the best way to let us know. If you're not subscribed to Slow It Down Games' YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to us and keep us notified on the bell. Make sure you click it so that way you get notified of all of our stuff. We'll be back for the Slow It Down Games podcast on Monday. Make sure to tune into an all new Media Files tomorrow, plus a new Hit Our Music tomorrow. And damn, what else do we got going on? A lot of things. Jump in Discord.